y'all watching another 15-minute segment. We've had some really profound, interesting people on here, and I'm truly honored to be sitting with one of the top state representatives in the nation and also one of the top legal minds in the nation as well. State Representative Chris Welch.
What's happening, Marcus?
Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, Chris Welch is actually from Bellwood, and that's part of the district he represents, so we grew up in the same area. My whole life, even when we were kids, you were a tireless advocate for things that were not wrong. You helped disenfranchise people. You fought recidivism when they tried to close Westchester Hospital because you know your Westlake Hospital. I'm sorry. When they tried to close Westlake Hospital, you were one of the top advocates, if not the top advocates, fighting to keep it open. What drives you to do the things that you do?
Well, I think it's important for our elected officials not to forget the people that sent them there. Mm-hmm. It's all about the people.
Right.
And I try to get behind issues that will change people's lives, whether that be finding people a good job, getting them a good education, or getting them access to health care.
Right.
And the Westlake situation was a perfect example of, fighting corporate greed, on behalf of the little guy.
Right.
We see across this country, corporate monsters can care less about poor communities, and I don't know a better issue to speak out on.
Right.
And if we don't speak up and speak out, we're going to be trampled over.
Absolutely. Yeah, and for you, you're right. People do get trampled on, and we definitely need a champion of the people, and that's what you are. One thing that I want to credit you with, and people actually don't give you enough credit, and this was in my former role with the Illinois Department of Corrections, it was the Summer of Hope, #1 reentry program in the nation. Because of you, I'm being serious, they were going to kill that program when I initially started at the Illinois Department of Corrections.
Wow.
And the needs that returning citizens have, whether it be healthcare, jobs, homelessness, IDs.
Just need an ID, a simple ID to get back to a normal life.
Exactly. Mental health, substance abuse, anger management. That program was close to dead. And one thing that I want the people to know about you, I remember I had a conversation with you. And I told you it was for the community. You didn't know how impactful it would be, but you said, I'm going to do anything for this community. And as a result, you hosted the first event at Proviso West High School, the first Cook County event. Once you
That was June of 2013, my first year in office.
Absolutely. It was June 2013. Representative Turner showed up. Representative Ford showed up. But the thing that I liked most about that, we had already broke the national reentry record at that point for having those types of events. Yeah. But what you did, it was like a domino effect. After you had that event for returning citizens in your district, it just exploded. Yeah. Next thing you know, Senator Pat McGuire, because he's like you, except he has Joliet, he feels the same about his people. I have a tremendous amount of respect for both of you. But Senator McGuire ended up hosting the event in his district a couple of months later, and we fought to put it together. Big number. The next thing you know, it's the #1 program in the nation. Then Representative Welch made a suggestion. He said we should have a focus on women's needs, also mental health, and substance abuse. I listened to what you said, and we started the Summit of Health. How do you feel about the legacy that you are leaving behind as a social advocate?
Wow. I never thought about it as a legacy, honestly, and you're making me blush a little bit.
It is a legacy.
At the end of the day, I just believe that if you are doing what you're passionate about, you're going to get up every day and love going to work. Right? It's not a job. It's a passion. And I'm passionate about helping people. And when you ran that idea by me in 2013, it sounded like something amazing. And I didn't really appreciate the awesomeness of it until that day when we saw those people and the people that we were helping, and they come up to you and they say thank you.
Right.
And we don't hear that every day in this business. And so to see people being grateful for the opportunity to get back on their feet, they've done their time. They did the crime, they've done the time, and they deserve a right to be back on their feet. And so it's just amazing. We've done, I think it's 3 Summit of Hopes, and then the Summit of Health, and we're about to do another Summit of Hope in the next couple of weeks. I tell you, man, this once you're, start helping people, you get addicted to it.
Right.
You want to help somebody else. You want to help another person. And if that's the legacy I leave, I'll be proud because I got 2 little kids that are coming behind me and they see it.
Right. Yeah, the kids should definitely be proud, and you are really setting the bar. You're really setting the bar. I know I'm late, but I just saw the Netflix show When They See Us, and I really wanted to get you on the show. Like after I looked at that, I really wanted to get you on the show, and that's unfortunate what they went through. And there's such a big push for reentry. Getting people properly suited to return back to the community. But there's another issue that people don't focus on is no entry. What could we be doing better at the elementary school level, or the junior high, high school level to equip people in areas that lack certain resources to help them that end up in correctional facilities in the first place? Because you beat all the odds.
I think at the end of the day, it all starts with what we value. When you value something, you put time and effort and money into it.
Right.
And I think a budget document is a reflection of our values. And I'm proud to say that for the first time in a very long time, the state of Illinois passed a balanced budget, the largest budget we've ever passed, $40.5 billion. And if you look at that document, it's a reflection of our values. We put more money into education. We put more money into pre-K. We put more money into K through 12. We put more money into higher education. We put more money in DCFS, $100 million in DCFS.
Wow.
It's about your values. And if you grab them early, you grab the at-risk kids in DCFS. Those are the kids, if you don't grab them at that point, they're going to end up in the DLC. And so education, that's everything. And, and that's how I made it against the odds, and that's how you made it against the odds.
Yeah.
And a lot of our good friends. And at the end of the day, we have to reach back and find a way to make sure people get good education. And, I had a conversation, or had a chance to listen to Valerie Jerry give a presentation recently. And she talked about a legacy, and the legacy we want to leave behind is that of helping people.
Right, definitely. You definitely are an advocate for change. So, aside from the summits, I noticed that you're hosting a job fair coming up soon. How often do you have those job fairs for the community?
I do at least one job fair a year. They're always well attended. I've seen some repeat faces. I've seen totally new faces.
Right.
Again, and one of the things I like about it is the people that come in there and say thank you, because that job fair really changes people's lives. I mean, we get reports from companies that come out to the event, and they've helped hundreds of people find good jobs. And just knowing that we're making a difference, man, makes you want to keep doing it year after year.
Definitely. So what plans do you have, because you'll be coming back in the session soon? Are there any bills that you're most interested in for the community?
Well, one of the bills that I'm really proud of that recently passed is a bill to promote corporate diversity.
Oh, wow.
And we're trying to get more Black and brown people on corporate boards. You spend money at places like Walgreens and McDonald's, and you take airlines like United, and these corporations make millions of dollars off Black and brown people. And in many cases, their boards are not very diverse.
Right.
In addition to being an employee or having a job somewhere, board members make a lot of money.
Yeah, definitely.
So we've done some things in Illinois that's making us a leader. I was a sponsor of the bill. These corporations are going to have to file annual reports on their board diversity, and the state of Illinois is going to publish an annual report card and rate these companies on how well they're doing. And my goal is to get more people that look like me and you in these boardrooms.
Yeah,
and guess what? The data says if they do that, diversity propels performance. They're going to make more money.
Oh, wow.
And so why they fight it, I don't understand. Because the data clearly supports diversity around a board table because it helps you in the bottom line.
Right. Well, educational background. So I'm proud to say we didn't do the same undergrad, but we are both Northwestern grads.
Go Cats.
Are you coming to my official ceremony?
August 2nd.
It's August 2nd.
I'm there.
All right. Well, hey, I just want to let the people know out there, because actually your segment, and I'll actually say it on air, you're going to probably run a little more than the other people's. So give them, before we get ready.
You're going to make them jealous.
Before we get ready to get out of here, just tell the people one more thing. Like, what does Chris Welch stand for? We already have an idea, but just give it to them clear in your own words before we go.
Well, I just believe that you keep your head down, stay out of trouble, and work hard. And if you do that, your work is going to produce results. I also think that, don't ever take no for an answer. You keep fighting, keep pushing until you get to that yes. If you can't find a way, make a way.
Exactly. Well, everyone, you heard from one of the top elected officials in the nation, State Representative Chris Welch. Also, Representative Welch is a lawyer, but more importantly, he's a social advocate for change. And that's what we need more of. There's got to be a balance. Everything can't be political. There's got to be some conscious thoughts in regards to